at this point, since you've had that success, you went from, you know, losing it, bringing it back. Now we're at a point where you're still doing it at a high level. You just had a fight with Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, it was a good
boxing
fight,
match,
yeah.
Right? It's something that we would probably see back in the day when you were in high school, maybe.
Yeah.
So what's going on now? What we think?
So Triller is literally putting some great. They are the beginning of all that. They are the guy who's literally took off. And I remember I was a very vocal of when the COVID hit. I'm trying to do a fight with Tyson so we can entertain people, just training. And then Tyson came up with Triller. They did Tyson versus this, and then Roy Jones, and then that thing started growing. And I mean, and start popping out. You know, YouTubers become boxers, and I mean. Boxing is such a unique sport because anyone can box. MMA, not everyone can do MMA.
Yeah.
First of all, people say, I'm doing jiu-jitsu. Say, get ready, man. Get ready. Get your surgeon right away. Get your surgeon ready because you're going to have to go to surgery if you do jiu-jitsu.
Yep, you're right. I know all about that.
So, and I tell people, say, if you want to fall in love with your martial arts, find boxing. Because boxing, you'll be able to box, even you'll be able to, you don't need to spar. You can literally become a fighter without even taking a hit. I'm a very favorite of boxing and kickboxing as well.
Yeah.
But you don't need to get hit to become that kind of fighter. Versus jiu-jitsu, you need to become, you become addicted to that thing, you know. But that thing is a lot of thing with your joints.
Yeah.
So I discovered that through my thing, joints, when you waste your joints, you cannot get them back. But boxing, let's say you get cut, you get stitch, you go back. If you break your hand, you get healed again, go back. So boxing is it's more control. It's a sport. It's more finesse. You know, it's not too aggressive. It's aggressive, but not too aggressive. So everyone can do it. It's even good for Alzheimer's. You know, people don't know, but boxing is very good for people that have Alzheimer's because Alzheimer's, as soon as you have it, you can stop the growth of Alzheimer's, but you can never reverse. They don't, so they cannot reverse Alzheimer's. That's been studied, spending millions, but you can stop Alzheimer's to progress.
And we're talking training boxing.
Yeah, training boxing. So because the way you're thinking, you exercise your brain.
Critical thinking is just, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, I evolve with BFL. I evolve a lot of things different. You know, I tell people all the time, switches your stance. You know, get your brain working in different patterns. You know. So it's just like anything else. You do left, you go right, you know. So it's the whole other subject. But I mean, and that's what it is. And right now I'm a big believer if we can put the 3 biggest pay-per-view is WWE, UFC, and boxing. How you can combine these 3 in one. So let's say the biggest higher pay-per-view in WWE was 2 million buyers. In the MMA was 1 point something or 2, whatever. 1.5. 1.5. And then in boxing was like 4 million or whatever. So imagine if you put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 million pay-per-view buyers in one sport. How you can combine both wrestling, MMA, and boxing. When you put guys that can box and they can grab each other. They'll be able to grab and punch, you know. That is not like Mayweather stuff. That is not like that referee stopping the fight. That's what makes boxing boring. So you have to make it entertaining where a wrestler can come in, you know, a boxer can come in, you know. Now you even the ground and you see who's the best fighter. Call it the real power, because at the end of the day, let's say you go have dinner with your wife and you live in the restaurant. Someone stick the hand in her butt. You're not gonna ask the guy how much he weighs. You know, you're gonna get in you're gonna get an altercation right there. You know, because he's not supposed to do something. So it doesn't matter if you're big, you're tall. So and there's such a thing with that. This weight, there's a lot of politics in fight. It becomes so political. And the world is so political. So entertaining, when you take the politics away, make it entertaining, but making a sport. People love it because they're tired of the politics. That's why they look entertaining. Why football is so good? Because there is no politics. And when the Buccaneers tonight is going to play with Eagles, there is no politics. The best quarterback, the best defense, the best. So they're going to win. That's why we love sports. So I feel like in fighting, there's a lot of politics, and the more you take it out and we even the ground, that's the future of combat sport.